to Vietnam. I'm Kim Thi. In today's program, after the news, current affairs will comment on the possibility for Vietnam and the U.S. to finalize TPP negotiations following party leader Nguyễn Phú Trọng U.S. visit. We then highlight the importance of IT solutions to Vietnam's agricultural sector. Finally, the culture looks at brocade weaving of ethnic minority groups in Central Highlands. But first, share the news. In the news headlines, Vietnam and Laos agreed to further bilateral ties. President Sun Sang receives Chinese Deputy Prime Minister Chiang Kai-lu, and the White House lobbies Democrats and independents to support Iran nuclear deal. Now for the news in detail.
Party leader Nguyễn Phú Trọng received Lao Prime Minister Thong Sin Thamavong in Hanoi on Friday. The party leader congratulated Laos' recent achievements and expressed his belief that under the leadership of the Lao Revolutionary People's Party, the Lao government and people will successfully fulfill its socio-economic targets and organize party congresses at various levels in the 10th National Party Congress. Chong said Vietnam promised to heighten its special friendship and comprehensive cooperation with Laos for prosperity in both countries and for peace, stability, cooperation, and development in the region and the world. The party leader asked the two governments to increase cooperation at multilateral forums and fulfill their responsibility as ASEAN members. On the same day, at a meeting with Laos Prime Minister, National Assembly Chairman Nguyễn Sinh Hùng asked for the external relations activities between the two parliaments and closer cooperation in implementing side agreements. He asked the two countries' legislative bodies to continue sharing experiences to improve their role in national socio-economic development. The Lao Prime Minister said the Lao National Assembly was revising its constitution and hoped the Vietnamese National Assembly will share its experience in this regard as we support Laos role as ASEAN chair this year. Laos Prime Minister Thong Sin Thamavong spoke highly of Vietnam's achievement in poverty reduction, saying Laos could learn from Vietnam in policy implementation for socio-economic development. At a reception to the Prime Minister on Friday, Deputy Prime Minister Vũ Văn Ninh, head of the National Steering Board for Sustainable Poverty Reduction, talked to his Laotian guest about this issue in Vietnam. Laos Prime Minister said in the near future, Laos will send more delegations to research and learn about the poverty model in localities in Vietnam. At a reception for Chinese Deputy Prime Minister Zhang Gaoli in Hanoi on Friday, President Sun Sang praised his visit's importance as this country celebrates the 65th anniversary of diplomatic ties this year. He said that amid the complicated regional and global situation, to develop bilateral ties healthily and sustainably requires strength and principal trust based on the implementation of the two countries' agreements. He added that only mutual trust, respect for each other's legitimate interests, and specific actions will bring about practical results in bilateral cooperation. The Chinese Deputy Prime Minister said his visit is aimed at coordinating with the Vietnamese government in implementing agreements with the country's leaders. Both will exert efforts to deepen their comprehensive strategic cooperative partnership, remove hurdles, and increase practical cooperation in economics, trade, investment, and tourism. The two sides agreed not to expand disputes or increase tensions, and to settle differences peacefully, and work closely together on less sensitive sea-related issues in order to develop long-term and sustainable Vietnamese-Chinese relations. Chinese Deputy Prime Minister Zhang Gaoli and a Chinese delegation visited the construction sites of the Vietnam-China Friendship Palace in Hanoi on Friday. Chairman of the Vietnam Union of Friendship Organizations, Vũ Xuân Hồng, briefed Deputy Prime Minister Zhang and other members of the Chinese delegation on the progress of the project. He said that the palace would have fostered friendship and solidarity between the two peoples. Vice President Nguyễn Thị Doan received a delegation of heroic Vietnamese martyrs and outstanding war veterans from across the country on Friday. She said that the party and state are always concerned to improve the material and spiritual lives of those who have rendered service to the revolution. She asked the Association of War Veterans Businesses to continue helping its members in their work, ensure social security, and organize activities to pay debts of gratitude. The Vice President also hopes that the heroic Vietnamese mothers and war veterans will continue to uphold revolutionary traditions and remain a bright example for younger generations to follow. The South African Embassy in Vietnam and other sponsors presented gifts worth $3,500 to disadvantaged persons at the National Institute of Hematology and Blood Transfusion in Hanoi. Earlier, the embassy organized a blood donation drive with more than 100 people participating. These activities marked the International Day in honor of Nelson Mandela, July 18th, with the theme, Take Action, Inspire Change, Make Every Day a Mandela Day. Mandela Day is observed every year to acknowledge his 67 years of contributions to the struggle for justice and freedom. It is aimed at inspiring communities, organizations, and individuals to spend 67 minutes of action to change the world for the better and help communities and individuals in difficult circumstances.
And now some more news. U.S. House of Representatives Democrat leader Nancy Pelosi said on Thursday that a nuclear deal reached between the P5+1 with Iran has her strong support, and she will work to convince her colleagues to vote for it. At a weekly news conference, Ms. Pelosi announced her support for the deal and praised the negotiation efforts of President Barack Obama's administration. Pelosi's support is important to Democrats. President Obama's push for the nuclear pact to survive congressional review. The deal was reached on Tuesday between Iran and the U.S. and 5 other world powers. Dan Cardin, leader of Democrats in the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, said they should not trust Iran and that the U.S. Congress needed to consider it cautiously. A majority of Democrat legislators support the nuclear deal, while some remain skeptical about it. China expressed concern over the passage of sweeping security legislation by Japan's lower house on Thursday, warning against the expansion of the self-defense forces' activities abroad. Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Hua Hin-ying said they urged the Japanese to respect the major security concerns of its Asian neighbors and refrain from jeopardizing China's sovereignty and security interests or crippling regional peace and stability. He said the approval of the legislation is a move that has not happened since World War II and could result in great changes to Japan's security and military policy. The same day, the Republic of Korea's Ministry of Foreign Affairs called on Japan to be transparent in its new military policy, which contributes to regional security and peace. A year after Malaysian Airlines Flight MH17 was shot down over Ukraine, killing 288 passengers and crew, the cause remains unknown. Various events took place on Friday to mark 1 year since the MH17 crash. Families of the victims are still seeking justice, while international leaders are taking into consideration a possibility of organizing an international court to investigate the incident. A ceremony to commemorate the event was held in the village of Kravovo in Ukraine, where the plane was shot down. The self-proclaimed Republic of Donetsk held a prayer ceremony for the victims and opened an exhibition about the accident site. In the Netherlands, the names of 298 passengers and crew who died aboard Malaysia Airlines flights MH17 were read aloud by relatives on Friday.
And also in the news, a local headlines once again. Vietnam and Laos agreed to further bilateral ties. President Johnson receives Chinese Deputy Prime Minister Zhang Gaoli. And the White House lobbies Democrats and independents to support Iran's nuclear deal. That's the news from The Voice Vietnam.
program on the Voice of Vietnam. Coming up next is the Daily Current Affairs. Agreements between Vietnam and the U.S. during the General Secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam's U.S. visit will generate momentum for concluding the Trans-Pacific Partnership negotiation. To our comments.
The first formal round of TPP negotiations began in March 2010. Since then, further negotiations have been held with the participation of South Asia Pacific economies, the US, Canada, Mexico, Chile, Peru, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, and Vietnam. Negotiations have been finalized on cooperation in capacity building, small and medium-sized enterprises, environmental policy, customs procedures, telecommunications, competition, food safety and hygiene, and animal and plant quarantine. Party leader Wen Fu-chung's U.S. visit will generate momentum for the TPP negotiation to reach a final deal late this year as scheduled. The TPP was a major topic of talks between President Barack Obama and General Secretary Wen Fu-chung, and meetings